Well, good morning. How are you guys doing today?
Morning, doing great.
Doing great.
Yeah. Oh, I see that Remo is here. Remo, it's good to see you on our Zoom chat this morning. We're gathered here because we want to just let Mr. Taylor of Serenity Air know just how well we've been doing with our reading this year for AR. And so, Mr. Taylor, I just want to introduce you to our audience here. Mr. Taylor is from Serenity Air, and his company has partnered with Cascade Christian Schools this year to let us have a reading goal. And if we reach our reading goal as a school, we have a goal at Frederickson, we have a goal at McCalder and Puyallup Elementary. And so if our schools reach those goals, Serenity Air has said that they will come alongside us and give our libraries $500. So we're really excited for that partnership. And Mr. Taylor, I know that I've taught all three of your boys, and they are super readers. So do you have lots of books in your house? I'm curious.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, lots of books. And
even though there's so many books, they still have a hard time finding the one they want to read, though.
you're right. Yep, I get how that is. So we're going to go ahead and, for those of you who don't know who Mr. Leach is, this is Ryan Leach, the librarian at Frederickson. And he is going to tell us how we're doing with our Frederickson goal right now. So I'm going to go ahead and share our PowerPoint here. We'll just get it started. Okay, Mr. Leach, tell us what your goal was and how many you've read to date. And
Well, as you can see from the screen, our goal is 8,000 books, and we're almost there. We've read 7,163 as of yesterday, so we're trying to hit that goal in our last little bit of school.
right. And I should also say, I didn't mention this before, one of our goals as a schools are reading fiction and nonfiction. So we want our kids to read, at least we've set our goal at 90% fiction, 10% nonfiction. And so that number isn't on here, but I think we'll see that a little bit later when we go through our presentation. So good job, Frederickson. Woohoo! Okay, well, I am the librarian at McCalder, and we set the goal at 10,000 books this year. And let me just mention that it's not just books that are read, it's actually AR tests that are completed and passed. So there are more books that have been read at McCalder, but these are just the ones that the AR tests have been passed. So we're looking at 9,979, so close to the goal, 99%. I'm thinking maybe I set it a little bit too low for the McCalder readers. I'm also the librarian at Puyallup, and I set our goal for 10,000. And we are at 9,478 as of yesterday. That's 94% of the way. Now, Mr. Taylor and Ryan, one of the, Mr. Leach, one of the things that we were a little bit, well, not concerned necessarily, but curious about was that when our students went remote, they started doing remote learning, what would happen to our reading goal? And so our questions have been answered a little bit. I looked at some data yesterday, and from March 12th, which is the first day that when we went home that day to today, this is how it looks right now. At Puyallup Elementary, since we went remote, we have taken 1,623 AR tests. And this number in the middle is our percentage of fiction versus nonfiction. So 87% fiction, 13% nonfiction, which is over our goal, so that's great. And students, can you read this number? 15,903,359 words have been read since we went remote. We'll also look at McCalder, 1,806 books, and their balance between fiction and nonfiction is 86-14, and that is 7,533,865 words. I will let Mr. Leach read this one here.
Okay, so for Frederickson, we've read 1,231 books since we've gone remote, and our split for fiction and nonfiction is 83% and 17%, and we have read 12,245,249 words.
Wow. I'm really curious on that split between fiction and nonfiction, Mr. Leach. That is amazing. 17% of the books have been nonfiction. That's great.
Yeah, that's super awesome. And
Yeah.
our My On Reading program, I think, has been really beneficial for that because most of it is nonfiction on there.
Right. I think, yep, I agree with you there. Well, I just tallied it all up. And look at this, Mr. Taylor, since we went remote, we have read or passed AR test for our 3 schools, 4,660 books. And that is more than 35 million words that have been read by our Cougars from their homes, from their tablets, from their bedrooms, from their playrooms. It is super cool that we've read over 35 million words. And I think that Remo, if he could talk to us right now, he's probably on mute, I think. But if he could say something, he would say, way to go, Cougars. So awesome job. And I am going to go ahead and just take us off our presentation. And I had one more screen on there. Let's go back. Okay, let's see if it lets us go back. There we go. I just want to do a shout out to Serenity Air. Thank you so much for partnering with us. I have really appreciated recently the people in our community that we consider essential workers. And I think that Serenity Air would be an essential worker. Is that correct?
Yes, we are. Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you for that, for sure.
Right. And so it's great that you're partnering with us, but it's also great that you're helping our community to keep them warm. And as our houses get warmer, maybe even some air conditioning in there. So thank you for what you're doing.
You're welcome, and thank you for the opportunity to partner with you guys. And kids, keep it up. You're almost there. Don't stop.
Great. Well, if it's okay, Mr. Taylor, we'll check back with you at the end of the year and give you an update. I think that all 3 schools are probably going to go way over the goals that we've set for them.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, great. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
Bye.